And you're, you get a good shot. So, we're going to switch it up a little bit and talk about Twitter.
Twitter. I want to use Twitter.
So, a lot of people think Twitter is complicated, and sometimes they think Twitter is useless. How many of you guys are using Twitter right now? Pretty often? Okay, great. Then, I think, what? Actually, I haven't been tweeting lately, so it's funny that I'm doing this. I was talking with David and Josh here about what to talk about. So I thought I'd just talk a little bit about the past, a little bit about the future, and this won't be a how-to, which is good because most of you don't know how to use Twitter. But I'm going to talk a little bit about SEO in Twitter and how to use Twitter for your SEO purposes. But basically, the skinny on Twitter is that it's growing. There's been lots of drama. The guy who used to run it got kicked out, replaced with another guy who left, and then somebody else brought back the guy who got kicked out. So I think the drama is important because it affects the future of Twitter. And I think Twitter is an interesting medium, almost like television or broadcast. But I don't think, I can't believe this on YouTube, but I'm not even sure that Twitter has figured out what they're doing or how to use what they have. So they have a certain number of users. Some people say hundreds of millions. Millions of people are using it, but Business Insider says 50 million. Since I'm someone with 4 different Twitter accounts, I can kind of see how the numbers could be lower than what some other people say. One of Twitter's problems, according to Twitter, and I also share some problems noted by Yahoo and Nielsen, is that you get to the screen when you're new, and then you don't know what to do. Your face is a blank screen. You've just started. And a lot of you, if you've been using Twitter for a while, you probably forgot this first day of a not so great usability experience that you get there and you think, it really is just as stupid as my uncle said at Thanksgiving. And you don't understand how Twitter can be cool. So another one of the problems of Twitter, according to their own engineers, is that they have trouble surfacing their content. And so you guys probably know, any iPad users, you probably know if you use iPad, you probably know about Flipboard, which helped surface content and bring content to your iPad or other device so that you could read things that you wanted to read about. And I put Google Android there too because Google is sort of one of what I consider the first, I mean there's Yahoo also, but one of the first efforts at surfacing content by, you go search and then content comes up, right? But now things are getting more social, and I don't know about you, but I think more people are shifting to reading what their friends are reading because you've shared it on Facebook or Twitter or other places. Well, Twitter has a problem with what do we do with all this content because I log on and I see all the people I'm following and I've got these people talking about FSU football and we all know FSU football sucks and the Gators are better so I have to read that. It's really annoying. And then there's other people talking about cooking and other people talking about their kids and so a certain amount of that irrelevant content I can handle but then at what point am I going to say this really isn't working for me because there's just so much irrelevant content. And then Yahoo did a study on Twitter, which was interesting. They're out there studying each other in California. But Yahoo said that Twitter is dominated by the media, celebrity, blogger elite. And I just immediately thought of Alyssa Milano, because I actually like her tweets, but I never really follow her acting career. I find her Twitter feed more interesting than anything else she's done. But she has about 1 million followers. And it's true that, I'm going to get the numbers all wrong, but let's just say something like 50% of the tweets that Yahoo found were done by 20% of the people, something like that. And then Nielsen says that the retention of people who join Twitter and stay on for a long time hovers at 40%, which is also a problem because if Twitter wants to become huge, like some of the other platforms out there, like the Zynga, the Googles, etc., then they're going to need to probably improve like them. So if Twitter is a cocktail party, some of the things you want to know, if you don't know already, is that on Twitter you can create relationships with people you never would have met otherwise. You can also deepen relationships with people that you've met places. So there's quite an active DC Twitter community, and I've met a lot of people there. Sometimes we become friends, sometimes to your site, being able to target these relationships on Twitter and become connected with relevant people, relevant to your niche, is useful to you. So for instance, for the gentleman who owns a limo company, maybe connecting with people who say have floral shops or other shops, other kinds of businesses.
I got you. Like a funeral service or a wedding planner or something
Anywhere,
like that.
Yeah, exactly. Anywhere, or even, something with high school. Like, when I hear limo, I think there's something with high schools and proms that could be done, but that'd be a little bit trickier. Also on Twitter, you want to interact, so asking questions. If you're always talking about yourself, it is like a cocktail party. You would never go to a cocktail party. I mean, if you're smart, and be like, and you, me, and then also me, did I say me? So you don't really do that, but you ask people questions, you learn about them. Joining Twitter chats is amazing. I discovered those last year, and now I'm a Twitter chat convert. And my favorite one, I think I've seen Mark on this one, is blog chat. Anyone do blog chat? I really recommend it on Sunday nights. The hashtag is #blogchat. And it's run by, who's the guy that runs it with the cowboy hat? Yeah, Matt Collier, he runs it. So he's become a center of influence because he started this blog chat. And he has people come on as guests, and in those guests get people visiting their site and are seen as authority figures in their field. So you can participate in a chat, you can start a chat, you can be a guest at a chat. There's lots of ways you can use them. And then also that helps you going back to that idea of connecting with relevant people. And that gives you a chance to offer people things such as testimonials. David had touched on testimonials earlier, but just offering people testimonials if you've used their product. It's a way to promote goodwill, it's a way to get links back to your site. Then surfacing content for others, again, going back to the whole goodwill idea. Sometimes when you surface other people's content that you find good, they might also share your links either on their blog or website. And one of the writers at Search Engine Land noted how he had a blog post written about his website because he had become connected with some people on Twitter, and that only happened because of Twitter. And then another idea is just to tell stories, your stories as well as someone else's. Sharing stories on Twitter is another way to connect with people. So it's not as direct as say, going to a directory and now I'm going to get links or asking people for links, but it's a little bit more of a long sales process, so to speak, but it can still be good. These are some of the scenarios in case you were kind of wondering, okay, so what is she really talking about with SEO? But basically, you start a conversation on Twitter, you develop a relationship, maybe you get a backlink. Maybe you get a client. I've gotten clients through Twitter. I've gotten speaking gigs through Twitter. I've gotten people, wanting to hire me through Twitter, all kinds of things. You develop authority, and it's also good for search engines, so you should also be sure that you're using your keywords in your tweets. I mean, let's not get crazy. It doesn't have to be every tweet. You can talk about your dog. It's okay. But you also want to seem like a real person. But you can also use key phrases in your bio, as well as put your link to your main website in your bio. And make sure your bio is somewhat relevant to what you want people to know you for. And that is the last slide. So does anyone have any questions? Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is I wanted to have a slide with a crystal ball on it, but I didn't get to that. But they also are using Twitter to predict the future, which I thought was interesting. So it wasn't really relevant to me. Do you guys have any questions? Yeah.
I had a question. There was a slide, I think it was 2 or 3 slides back. One more. Nah, I must have missed it. It was after this. It was, what did you have? There was a slide I would.
I'll go through it again.
Not this one.
This one?
Not this one. I missed it. It said something about hashtags. There it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Interact. Yes. I just wanted to see this so I could write that down.
Okay.
Hashtags, Twitter hashtags.
You're familiar with hashtags already?
Yeah, I don't use Twitter, but I used to program a while ago, and every time I see the pound sign, I'm like, oh, that's how to use to match stuff up, these hashtags.
Yeah, exactly. And also another thing you can do is incorporate Twitter into your blog or website, which is a nice way of being able to have some fresh content on a regular basis. Yeah.
What does Gonzaga mean? You said that before. What is that section?
Zynga?
Zynga, yeah.
I think they're game developers. But
They do Facebook.
games aren't really my jam.
Like the farm bill, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so they did
Yeah,
Farm
something
Bill.
like
So I think aren't they about to go public or something?
I thought Facebook bought a chunk of them. I thought Google.
Z-E-N-G-A?
I think it's ZYNGA.
They use Facebook.
It just popped to mind because I was in California and I kept passing by their
Yeah,
government
they-
offices.
Yeah, that's the right spelling, DYNGA, and they do, they build Facebook games and casual games.
And they've been building games for Google Plus now. Right.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, this is the only purpose that Twitter serves, but say you do use it sometime, push out your own content or push out a link, what do you consider to be a good click-through rate for that link?
A good click-through rate?
Kind of, in terms of like how many followers would you think of as a target percentage?
That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah.
I've seen it just be time, you know, sometimes you hear about these celebrities say, oh, I asked for a restaurant recommendation, and I got 10 right away, and then you look and they've got 100 followers, so
I think it really, yeah, I
it
think
could be
it,
pretty, it could be pretty small.
there's so many factors that, I got tweeted by a celebrity. No, I mean, it didn't do anything for me because it wasn't, nobody on that person's feed cares that I'm, that my thing. What?
Which celebrity?
He was, Kevin Spacey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it wasn't relevant to whatever he was talking about.
I had a question. So what exactly is the @ symbol and the hashtag symbol used for on Twitter?
So the @ symbol is when you want to connect with someone. So let's say your username is Tom, and I wanted to send you a public message, and I would go @Tom. Hey, how you doing? Read this article. This
And it-
article's cool.
And it will automatically show up on my.
It will show up on your, yeah, if you're following, there's actually other software you can use so you can see those easily.
Mhm.
Like Hootsuite is one that's really good, and TweetDeck, and you can set it up so you can see all your replies in one
Mhm.
column, and then your feed in another column. And then you can set it up so you just see hashtags you want to see, like pound Gator football, or pound organic food, or whatever it is,
Gotcha.
or pound gluten free. You know, it's ways you can interact with different communities of interest.
And Twitter lets you look at those too, as under tabs, like mentions will show you when there's an ad at the top.
Yeah,
I
and
guess.
that's for
Right.
folks.
Yeah, I thought those. So they just kind of make it easier for you to find certain keywords or
I know the
whatever
feeling.
type after it.
Oh, yeah.
The New York Times has their development labs have something called Cascade, where they track like a story that gets tweeted and where that gets spread out.
Yeah.
Of course, not everybody gets that back, but it, first of all, it's stuff that we've never been able to measure, tweet that we had, but